Welcome to This Week in East Brunswick. Today we cut the ribbon at the grand opening of ProFysio Physical Therapy as we talk with the owners about their business. Then Mayor Brad Cohn sits down with Adam Neary, the executive producer of Playhouse 22, to talk about Summer Stage Under the Stars, which will present Footloose at the Outdoor Amphitheater at the Community Arts Center. We have representatives from the New Jersey Folk Festival in studio to talk about the upcoming festival, and we also have information about an upcoming event held by the Lost Souls Public Memorial Project that features poet Glennis Redmond. All this, plus we break ground on the new Lightbridge Academy that will be coming to Milltown Road. So stay with us. This Week in East Brunswick starts now.
Good afternoon, everybody. Anytime a new business comes into East Brunswick, it's a great day for East Brunswick. As we know, in the past 2 years, there's been over 85 new businesses that have come into East Brunswick. So we're really happy to welcome John and Lenny and their staff to East Brunswick, and we wish you the best of luck. Today we also have with us Councilwoman Sharon Sullivan and also the Chamber of Commerce East Brunswick, Joe Kim, Vice President. John, would you like to say a few words?
Thank you so much for having us here in East Brunswick. It's been a great start here. Even before we opened the office, the East Brunswick Regional Chamber of Commerce, welcomed us to their gala before we opened, met a ton of new businesses, have collaborated with a lot of the businesses as we've opened up this location, helping us get everything going here. Thank you so much to the township, the mayor's office, the development, the township, Joe's group over at the chamber. It's been great. We're so excited to be here.
Yeah, no, well said, John. I just want to give a huge thanks to the Township of East Brunswick and the town, the community of East Brunswick, and the welcome that we've gotten has been incredible, as well as the EBRCC and everything that they do to help new businesses get up off the ground and get their name out there. I want to personally thank my beautiful wife, Jennifer Samariba, who's also our Director of Community Relations. Without her love and support, this just wouldn't be possible. And I'd like to give a huge thank you to my partner, Dr. John Scafidi. Without his hard work, dedication, and commitment, it absolutely would not be possible. So thank you again.
Cut it. Yeah.
Dr. Lenny, my business partner, and I opened up ProFysio Physical Therapy in 2013. Our goal was just to change the way physical therapy was done. Physical therapy in our area, it seems like, has been very crowded. It seems, ineffective care because we're running people through the clinic very, very quickly. We want to have a personalized approach for physical therapy where we know everyone's name, the whole staff cares about the patient that comes in. We're so happy to come to East Brunswick Township.
Like John was saying, I think that one of the biggest differentiators for us is the quality of work we do and the amount of time that we spend with our patients. Most other practices are volume models, so they see 3-4 patients an hour. We see a patient every half hour with a level of unparalleled customer service from the moment you call the front desk and you speak to in this office, Josephine, our front desk coordinator, throughout care when you see your doctor of physical therapy. The level of customer service that we provide as a healthcare facility is just unparalleled, unmatched by any of our competitors. Really makes for ultimately a wonderful patient experience. The patients that see us, they really become an extension of our family, and we're always so happy that they trust us during an otherwise very vulnerable time in their life.
We do outpatient orthopedics. We see a little bit of everything from pre and post-operative care through just, things hurt as you get older, balance, a little bit of everything. So we do, like Dr. Lenny and Dr. John said, we spend our time really taking, a good approach of looking at you from head to toe, figuring out exactly what's going on, and then creating a care plan that's right just for you and not just everybody that walks in the door.
We're in East Brunswick, northbound side, 510 Route 18, right next to Magnifico's, Windorama, and Tiger Showman's. We also have offices in Aberdeen on Route 34, Homedale on Route 35, and Old Bridge on 516. And they can visit our website, www.prophysio.nj.com. provphysiotherapy.com. On the website, people can sign up for a free consultation. We also do video consultations with telehealth, where a patient can call in and talk about how they're feeling to give them an idea if physical therapy is right for them.
We've always been committed to offering and providing as much access to good health care to potential patients as possible. And so, it's not realistic for patients to come between 9 and 5. So we open at 7 a.m. to help our patients who need to come in before they go to the office, and we stay open until 8:30 p.m. Monday through Friday. We've also recently started offering Saturday availability. And as John said, one of the other ways that we're improving access for potential patients is by offering that telehealth. So tablet, mobile phone, computer access to a doctor of physical therapy, get your questions answered if you have any hesitation about getting started with treatment. And for those that qualify, we also offer complimentary transportation as well. So we're really trying to, as much as we can, improve and increase access to phenomenal physical therapy care for potential patients.
And for physical therapy, the distance is usually an issue to come three times a week, for 4 or 5, even 8 weeks post-surgery. Sometimes people come for 6 months. To travel more than 5, 10, 15 minutes is a challenge. So we found out branching out from other locations to give people the convenience to be able to see them with the quality care that we set out to do.
Thank you so much. I wish you all the best of luck.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
So we're here at the Community Arts Center, and we wanted to talk a little bit about an exciting new program that we're going to be introducing right here in East Brunswick for our residents and for the residents of the surrounding town, and that is a Summer Stage Under the Stars program that will be going on as a pilot this summer. As a way of introduction, we recently put together a Coalition for the Arts, which is a nonprofit organization here in East Brunswick, basically for the sole purpose of trying to fund programs that involve the arts, Human Relations Council, the Arts Commission, our Historical Society, and our museum through dollars that are raised outside of tax dollars. And one of our first projects that we are expecting to launch as a pilot this summer is the Summer Stage Under the Stars. Our first program is going to be Footloose, and Adam's here to talk a little bit about the program. It's part of most of the Rex programs that we do have here in the town involve a lot of work that's done over the summer, and this is going to be in addition to that. Most of you have already expected and have seen a lot of the programs that our department puts on, namely the fireworks in July, the arts program which we do in the spring. We have children's programs that go on during the summer, but most of that is funded with tax dollars. This is something that we're looking to do with generating money outside of that. We've invested significantly to make sure that we have this a successful pilot. The town is already lucky because we have a great program and a great theater here with an outdoor stage that's basically set up for this exact type of venue. And we've invested capital this year in our sound system and in the lighting so that we could make this a success. Maybe if Adam, you could talk a little bit about how that's going to work and timing, logistics, the dates that we've set aside.
Yep. Well, thank you, Mayor, for giving us the opportunity here. With Playhouse 22 in the township in conjunction, we're pleased to present Footloose, which is going to be performed again outside on the amphitheater.
A play that I think many people know a lot of the music already, so that should be familiar.
Yeah, but it's definitely a familiar musical. It's based on a 1980s movie with Kevin Bacon. It's a good, fun musical to present this pilot program. Mm-hmm. We're going to be with Playhouse 22 in the township. We're going to be presenting it July 25th, 26th, and 27th, and August 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. It's going to be a great outdoor opportunity. Bring your whole family. That's going to be a Thursday night, Friday night, and Saturday night. It's unlike our normal productions of a Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Sunday matinees are a little tough outside under the sun, so we decided to adjust it a little bit. But it's going to be a great opportunity for the entire family to come out. Bring your lawn chairs. Bring the whole family. It's going to be affordable. A few bucks per family. We're going to have a great opportunity. We have a whole full cast out there dancing and singing. We're also going to be having auditions in early April. More information is going to be on our website soon. And we're going to encourage everybody to come out to audition. Our hope is to create a community ensemble, as we're calling it. and not just beyond our normal auditions. We're going to have people in the community, whether it's the East Brunswick Community Choir or Camp Daisy. Anybody who wants to be on stage will be able to have this opportunity to go on stage and sing and dance a little bit. You don't need much talent, just enough to carry a rhythm, which is more than I can do. But this is a great opportunity for Playhouse 22. And as you know, that we have 60 years of presenting art for the community, and now we're trying this new adventure outside. And we appreciate the working with the township on putting on Footloose.
Absolutely. I think it's going to be a wonderful addition to the repertoire of things that we offer here in the township. And the fact that we have the setting already and the capacity to handle fairly large crowds here at the Community Arts Center. We'll also be looking to bring in food trucks and concessions so that we'll be able to provide food and an opportunity for people to really make a great evening out of the program and encourage families and people outside East Brunswick also to participate in what I think should be a great opportunity for everybody.
Hi, I'm Angus Cress Gillespie, your host on East Brunswick Television, and we're here today to talk about the upcoming New Jersey Folk Festival. It's going to take place on Saturday, April 27th, from 10 in the morning till 6 in the evening, rain or shine. It takes place on the Douglas campus of Rutgers University, specifically on the Eagleton Institute lawn, which is not too far from Sears. It's located at George Street and Writers Lane at the intersection there. And we're celebrating the 45th anniversary this year, so we're going to be focused on some of the best ethnic acts from the past few years. And I have with us two students from Rutgers University. We have Jacob Torpy and Ben Asher. Jake, what is your job on the Folk Festival?
So this year my job is to be the web and program book coordinator. So basically I run the festival's website, update it with all the performers, all the craft vendors we have, the food vendors, as well as create a program book for the website that has basically everything about the festival that year, all the acts with descriptions of them, so we never, lose the information of every festival, as well as I create a program sheet that we hand out at the festival for just like a little synopsis of what people can expect.
And is this your first year on the festival?
No, this is actually my third year on the festival.
Wow. What were your previous jobs?
Last year I did the food vendor coordinating, so I just contacted all the food vendors we had at the festival.
How many food vendors do they generally have?
We usually have around 19 to 20 of all different types of food, so everyone can find something that they...
And they're craft vendors as well, right?
Yes.
How many craft vendors usually?
We normally have around 100 craft vendors,
Wow,
with all with unique folk art.
Cool. Ben, what's your job?
Yeah, so as Pylon stage coordinator, it's our one of our more intimate stages that we have, where we have mostly acoustic performances that happen there. So my job is to sort of facilitate all the performances that are happening there, and also sort of facilitate the veterans recognition ceremonies that will be taking place there as well.
So is it fair to say that this is more low-key than the main stage?
Yes, you could definitely have a lot more of an intimate setting there. Okay. And it'll be a really great opportunity for people to come and sort of enjoy the more acoustic music
so
selections.
these are sort of like workshops?
Yeah,
okay.
yeah,
okay.
Definitely.
So Jake, what are we doing about turkey this year?
Yeah.
I remember that was a theme a couple years back.
Yeah, I think it was actually 2 years ago. So this year we're showcasing Aytekin Senyalar. He plays the kanun from Turkey. He's a famous Turkish musician, and the kanun is kind of like a laptop harp. It has 72 tones, and it's a really beautiful instrument.
Sort of like a zither.
Yeah, exactly. So it's going to be great to have him at the festival performing his music. He's been doing it ever since he was a little kid.
In Turkey?
In Turkey, yeah. He took his father's and uncle's kanun classes and learned from them, and
so
went on to
it's a tradition that's been passed down in his family.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So he's definitely an expert, and he's definitely going to put on a good performance for the festival.
And Ben, what about bluegrass? What are we doing about bluegrass this year?
Yeah, so we have a great performer named Dan O'Day, a very multi-talented musician who plays fiddle, mandolin, guitar, banjo, stand-up bass, and also sings lead and harmony vocals with his band. Dan has performed live on radio with John McEwen and has jammed on stage with great stars such as Pete Seeger and Clarence Clemens of the E Street Band. Tony Trischka, Tom Paxton. You know,
Wow.
he has a great repertoire that he has ready for us.
And I understand he's also the music director for the Folk Festival.
Yeah, absolutely. He's a really integral part of everything we're doing at the New Jersey Folk
Well,
Festival.
you know what they say about bluegrass musicians? Bluegrass musician is a guy who will drive 300 miles to hear himself play.
Of course.
Yeah. Jake, what are we doing about Native Americans this year?
Yeah, so Native Americans was our theme last year. It's personally one of my favorite themes of the festival. And so this year we're having them back. We're having the Lenni Lenape tribe from South Jersey, the Powhatan tribe from Central Jersey, and the Ramapo from North Jersey. And we're probably going to have them do a panel discussion, discuss all of their traditions, kind of a smaller version of what the festival was last year. And so specifically from the Lenni Lenape, there's going to be demonstrations of drum making and the wampum weaving. The Powhatans are going to talk about how they suffered from their reservation being seized under the Christie administration. And the Ramapo are going to talk about their efforts in their language preservation that they continue to do today.
Ben, what about the maritime aspect?
Yeah, we have a great man coming in to sort of give an insight of the sort of maritime theme that we're having as well. Mr. Sanfilippo, who's a retired professor of maritime history who currently lives in Maine, will be bringing songs of the 19th century Sag Harbor and Greenport whalers to the John German Memorial Library during a program titled "How Many Tale the Music Tells." It's a very interesting program he has ready. He will be making music inspired by the experiences of whalers by using instruments such as banjo, guitar, and concertina. And he wants to open the New Jersey community to the world of whalers, who were, in fact, very complex people.
Oh, I'm so glad to hear that he's coming because he's quite famous in maritime circles. I understand that he's often played at the Mystic Seaport in Connecticut with other talented musicians. So about this whole New Jersey Folk Festival, Jake, is this a club? Is it a course? How does it fit into the Rutgers curriculum?
We call it an internship. So the students, it's an internship we do practice professional skills. But it is a class that we take once a week. We learn about folk music, folk art, and then the second half of the class we do our little business meeting for the planning of the festival. So it's kind of like a half class, half internship.
Okay. Well, I want to remind our viewers, we're talking about the upcoming New Jersey Folk Festival. It's to take place on Saturday, April 27th, 2019. It's on the grounds of the Eagleton Institute on Douglas campus, which is the corner of George Street and Writers Lane. It's from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m., rain or shine. It's free to the public, and we're going to be featuring the best of the past. Thank you.
We'd like to welcome everybody out here today to the opening, or at least the groundbreaking, for Lightbridge Academy. We couldn't be happier. It's a great sign, I think, for our town that there's so many businesses such as this that are coming into town. It kind of tells you that East Brunswick is recognizing a boom of young people moving into town. Otherwise, you wouldn't be building something like this for the kids. And that's a good thing for the town. So with that having been said, maybe you could talk a little bit about the project, exactly what type of age groups you're looking for, the location, and a little bit about why you chose East Brunswick.
Got it, right. So thank you, Mayor. We're here at 168 Milltown Road in East Brunswick. We're Lightbridge Academy. I'm Guy Falzerano. I'm the founder and CEO. And we're a franchise company. We're now operating in 4 states, soon to be operating in 8 states. And we've been building in New Jersey since 1997. It's taken us way too long to get here to East Brunswick. We should have been here much, much sooner. But we're really happy to be coming to East Brunswick because it fits in very nicely with the market that we serve. And we serve children from 6 weeks up through kindergarten, and then for summer camp up through 10-year-olds. And we've been doing that for the last 21 years in central New Jersey, central and north New Jersey. And now we're moving down south New Jersey and eastern Pennsylvania. We're also in New York, Virginia, and soon to be in Tennessee, Florida, North Carolina, and Ohio. So really happy to be here for this groundbreaking. We're hoping to get this building open by the end of the year. And I'd like to turn it over to Gigi Schweikert, who's the president of our company.
Thank you, and thank you, Mayor, and thank you everyone else who's here. We are so excited about partnering with East Brunswick. We have a beautiful location, the facility is gorgeous, and we're just really excited to be able to serve you as a community. One of the things that we feel, many of the things we feel, is that we bring a service that many people need, and that's the care of their children in a quality setting, a safe setting. And the other thing that we bring is the opportunity for 30 jobs, as well as our foundation, which gives back to the community directly. So we really feel that we are a good neighbor. We're excited about showing you the fact that we're an excellent neighbor and that we've got a really great service. So we just want to thank everyone who's here and who's participating in the project. And we are super excited. So you'll have to come back and join us when we cut the ribbon, and you can see all the children having a great time and all the parents who are very satisfied. Thank you.
Great. Now, that is one of the things, of course, that East Brunswick is so proud of, and that is our school system and the fact that we've put such a high price on making sure that our kids have the best opportunities available to them. And so this is just another opportunity for us to demonstrate exactly what we stand for as a town, and our youth is our future. So I wish you all the best of luck. Whatever we could do to help you get in ground and operating as soon as possible, we will do. And be more than happy to be there with you when we cut the ribbon when it opens.
Good afternoon. I'm Tony Hendricks, and I'm a member of the steering committee for the Lost Souls Public Memorial Project. I am also the chairperson for community engagement for the New Brunswick area branch of the NEACP.
And I'm Reverend Karen Johnston. I'm the minister at the Unitarian Society and also a member of the steering committee of the Lost Souls Public Memorial Project. And we're so excited to have with us today State Theater New Jersey's poet in residence, Glennis Redmond. Welcome, Glennis.
I'm so happy to be here.
Wonderful.
And Glennis, I mean, you are a poet.
Yes.
A poet in every part of the word, in terms of your vocation, your avocation, but you live in
South Carolina.
South Carolina now, but there's a very strong connection to New Jersey.
Yes, I have been the poet in residence at the State Theater for 11 years. This is my 11th year traveling from the Carolinas to New Jersey. And the engagement department there really like the work that I do in the community, and so we have really worked to bring poetry to the masses in Central Jersey.
I've heard a lot about it. I've got to get to the State Theater and attend one of your readings very soon, I promise.
We're so excited that you have come here to be part of or adding yourself to the Lost Souls project. And I just want to make sure that everybody who's listening knows about the Lost Souls project. It's a piece of our history that for a long time was forgotten, kind of whitewashed, but yes. It's something that's been that we're bringing back. And so it's about 200 years ago in 1818, there was this corrupt judge whose residence was in East Brunswick. He was a Middlesex County judge, and he sold away over 177 African Americans, some of whom were free, some of whom would have had their freedom here in New Jersey, but he sold them into permanent slavery. Down south to Louisiana and Mississippi. And we feel that that is a history that cannot be forgotten, that we must remember those lost souls back home. And we've been able to find, the project has been able to find so many of their names. In fact, a year ago, we had 85 of their names, and now we have, we know of 177 people. So we're trying to build a memorial.
Well, it's heartbreaking.
Yeah.
For one, when we talk about slavery, we don't mention that these were people who had lives and loves and sorrows. And so I feel connected because my ancestors were enslaved. And so this history is important because the past is the present. we cannot be disconnected. If we're going to move forward, we must go back and reclaim that. And people will say that poets are namers. And so to find these names is a beautiful aspect of to bring them into the present day. And this is one reason why I think sometimes our young people are disenfranchised. They don't know the history. Everywhere we walk, I have a line, everywhere we walk is a cemetery. And so we must remember these names, we must honor them, and this is a work. It takes a village to do this work, so I'm so happy to be a part of this Lost Soul project.
Which brings us to the topic of our conversation this afternoon, which is our second reading of the names, the remembrance of the lost souls that Reverend Karen was referencing, on May 22nd at Baker's Barn, right here in East Brunswick. And I understand that you're going to be actually, during this memorable evening, that will have dinner and conversation and the reading of the names, but highlighting and spotlighting some works that you have developed, some poems you've developed specifically for the event?
Yes.
What was your process to do that?
Well, I've been commissioned, and it was wonderful when Reverend Karen asked me about it, and I said, yeah, sure, because it's a line, it's part of my mission. One of the things I was talking to her about, I was saying, what is the opposite, of remembering? And people will always say forgetting. And I said, no, the opposite of remembering is dismembering. And so remembering is a creative act. So it's really powerful to be a part of a community that is remembering, putting something back together. And so as a poet, that's what I do. I do some research, I'll read materials, but the biggest part of what I do is go sit still and let the muse, let the folks who did not have a voice speak to me. And that may sound odd, but that is the realm of the artist. That's the realm of the poet, to say, tell me what you want me to know. Tell me what you want me to say. And I do my best to channel creatively, put it on the page, and then bring it back to the community. That is the role of the poet. That's the role of the griot, the storyteller.
Excellent.
So I really appreciate what you said before about the past not being dead, that it's with us. And I think one of the things that is true is that we cannot tell history without art, right? For it to be engaging. And you also said it takes the whole village to be a part of this. And so we're really hoping that many people come to this event on May 22nd, where you will be highlighted, but where we hope that there will be many voices reciting these names. It's a powerful moment. We did this last year on the site where these folks were enslaved.
I saw the video, and it's a powerful act. I think we need more ritual and ceremony, especially around our enslaved people. And to say those names is a powerful thing. It charges the air, and we are changed.
So we are so blessed to have you be part of this year, and we are really hoping that all of you who are listening will save the date of May 22nd from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. at Baker's Barn. You can go to Eventbrite and look and buy tickets there. Tickets are $60, although if you spend $100, you get a specially printed broadside of a poem that Glennis is written specifically for this. So we really look forward to seeing you there. It takes a village to remember these lost souls back home.